I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. So we should go to the beach.
Okay.
I can take you right, no, I'm not like that way, but I mean just like, we're on our ghost town thing. So Pacific City is now this little ritzy town with little, you know, Cape Cod kind of homes and stuff. Little snotty restaurants. But back in the day, it was listed as a ghost town. And my folks have a place there, but it's like, this is a really interesting story because it kind of shows the anti-development versus what's bound to happen in a town. And so this is one ghost town that will never be found.
Ooh, that's cool. We should do that as the open.
It's hard to keep a ghost town to yourself when you're located on the Oregon coast. 40 years ago here in Pacific City, there was a gas station on the corner, a couple of restaurants, a lot of vacation homes, but it was nothing like it is today. How do you keep a ghost town from being discovered? Don't ask the folks in Pacific City.
Well, now that's the funniest thing I ever, it was nothing. I mean, there were a few houses.
Dorothy Wertman first visited Pacific City in 1922. She's 85, you do the math, it was a long time ago.
There was no business over here at all. When I was in high school, the hotel that they just tore down was over where the Mexican place is now, and there was a little post office.
Her granddad was a banker from McMinnville. He and his cronies built the first string of houses on the hill, now called McMinnville Row. Dave Baxter remembers coming to Pacific City when it was basically a ghost town.
Yeah, we were 16, so 40 years ago almost. Was nothing here. It was a dive. I thought I'd never come back here again.
For years, Pacific City just lumbered along. A few new homes. Businesses swapped owners after winter cycles and storms drove dreamers away. 10 years ago, a developer moved in, bought up a bunch of property, and started developing the town.
Not a ghost town anymore.
Business is booming. And now?
Yeah, and now I live here. Now I work here.
Housing developments are sprouting up faster than townspeople can keep up with. A beach that used to be spotted with an occasional house is now blanketed in a sea of roofing, windows, and other materials.
But I don't think there are any of the old-timers that like it at all. We liked it the way it was.
The days of fishing cabins and tacky stores are over, replaced by Cape Cod homes, Cedar Shake motels, a microbrewery, and swanky shops. Property values are through the roof.
When we came here, high end was between 150 and 200. Now you're looking $300, $400, $500, $600 to $1 million homes in Pacific City.
Even she says the growth is too much, too fast. And she's a realtor. Soon there will be even more development.
Hate it. We don't even talk about that. I'm serious. I absolutely hate it.
A new spa, coffee shops, another restaurant. It's not the sleepy little fishing village it used to be when Dorothy was a kid. This is one lost town had the ghosts chased out of it, and it's highly doubtful that they'll ever find their way back. We're getting calls from all over Lane County, and people are waking up in the morning and they're finding their yards are covered by a flock of purple flamingos. Now, we got a call from this neighborhood and they said it was happening right now at this house. And what, Carrie, right What in the world? What are you doing out here? You can't
Hi,
do
Rick.
that. What are you doing?
I'm out here flocking a yard for our Flock a Friend fundraiser.
This is for Womenspace?
This is for Womenspace.
So how does it work? I mean, how do I get in on this?
You call our office at 541-485-8232 and you just tell them you want to get in on the Flock a Friend fundraiser, and the front desk will take down all of your information.
This is crazy. So how does it
It is $10 for a flock of 12 or $15 for a flock of 24.
Okay, so, I mean, are you going to get caught doing this?
Well, hopefully not by them. That's why we do it in the middle of the night. People show up in the middle of the night and wake up and their yard is beautiful like this. Now get out of here, Rick. Somebody's going to see us. Go.
This is Ashiatsu. Ashi means foot, Atsu means pressure in, I believe, Japanese. They've been doing different kinds of foot massage for years and years, but Ashiatsu, in the way that I learned it, was developed in the late 90s, I believe, by Ruthie Hardy. And what I do is use my feet, and I use the bars up above the table for my balance. Well, I've been doing massage for almost 16 years, and I've done a lot of deep tissue massage over the years, and with my forearms, I can give about 40 pounds of pressure. This way, I can give up to 140 plus, or plus or minus a few pounds of pressure. And it's a broader pressure, of course, because it's using my whole foot.
We have two different kinds of coffee that we use, two different blends that are roasted in two different ways. We use a local roaster to do all of our coffees. Both coffees are unique to us. We use one for our house blend, it's a secret recipe. We use another for our espresso blend, and they're both pretty dark and rich, very deeply flavored, and both very Italian. The blends that we've come up with, mostly it comes through a series of tastings, multiple tastings over and over and over again, just like we do with our pizza. And so we roast some and taste it and adjust the blend and roast some and taste it. We're using 5 different beans for our espresso, 4 different beans for our house coffee, and we're pretty thankful to have been given the opportunity to create, you know, on that level and introduce some really fine coffee to Coburg.
About Coburg pizza.
I love the real wine Julia, though.
The real
no
wine
imposters
Julia,
for me.
No imposters for us. And she does such a great job of pairing the wine with Coburg pizza, and we love, love, love Coburg pizza. And,
yeah, I do.
And we're going to shoot a show there on November the 10th. So do I need to put that on your calendar? Because you know how you forget things. I'll tell you what, I'll call the tattoo artist and have him put that on your leg.
You could try that. Also, it's Coburg Pizza Company, so I'm pretty sure I already remember. So, is Wine Julia going to be there?
Pizza delivery.
Oh, hey, Rick.
There you go, the newest thing.
Okay, so Wine Julia, the real Wine Julia, is here. She's excellent at pairing beverages with food, and we've got this whole Coburg Pizza beverage pairing party right now.
This is their new and limited time only Oktoberfest pizza.
You got it.
In honor of Oktoberfest. The sausage that's on it is a special Burgwurst sausage from Coburg Pizza Company.
And those are potatoes, am I right?
Yes, there's
okay.
there's potatoes, there's Swiss cheese. Oh, and there's sauerkraut on top too, which is an option. So for a beer, blonde ale is not going to take away the taste. It's not going to overpower the taste of the pizza. Okay. The whole fall theme, like ciders, you know, apples. I'd love to drink cider in the fall. That's my favorite time of year to drink cider. And with the fall-themed pizza, I think it's going to be perfect. And the flavors too. Sausage and apples go great together.
What happens there on Monday nights? There was something about Monday. I want to go to that.
Tavola Festa on Monday nights, every Monday night now, they are having an all-you-can-enjoy pizza extravaganza. It's no risk, you know, because Coburg Pizza Company has loads of pizzas that you've just never heard of before. You know, they're kind of crazy and wacky.
All of their names are so fun, but it's hard to remember the menu.
Well, and some people are worried when they go in. They are worried about ordering something they've never had before. They don't want to go on that pizza adventure. So this is a great opportunity for people to go on that pizza adventure without taking the risk, because they've got a whole bunch of pizzas laid out, and you can just take a slice and sit down, and then they serve their breadsticks and 2 of their salads, their casata salad and their Caesar salad, family style at the table.
We're here with Mike Morehouse of Integrity Auto Repair out on River Road. Look for the bright yellow building. The cars driving around town. You have loaner cars that are bright yellow and black. They're cool looking, but brakes for breasts. And when he sent me this press release, it caught my eye. And then I get here and I see a mechanic in a pink shirt and I think, okay, I got to know what this is all about. So tell me about, how does this deal work?
How does the deal work?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come in, and if you happen to need brakes, we give you free brake pads or brake shoes. And then we install them. There's a charge, of course, for installation and any ancillary parts that you may need. We donate 10% of those dollars to breast cancer.
So I'm getting already $100, up to $100 worth of free brake pads. And these are good quality brake pads.
That's right.
Now, who is this breast cancer research? You're really excited about that as well. It's a doctor.
This is Dr. Tui of the Cleveland Clinic, and he's developed a vaccine that's proven 100% effective in lab tests for cancer, for breast cancer. In fact, it's going to be going to human trials in 2015.
And this is a group of independent auto mechanics all over the country that are joining forces. How many are you, and how much did you make last year?
That's right. Yeah, we've been involved in this for 3 years now, and last year there were 66 shops, and we raised over $66,000. This year there's twice as many shops, and we hope to raise twice as much money.
So people just call you for an appointment?
They call for an appointment, that's right.
What's the number?
541-343-1545.
Oh, and you have a website as well?
We have a website, EugeneAutoRepair.net.
So then you don't get to wear the pink shirt after November, do you?
That's right.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
And Dietering Orchards.
Also, yes, Dietering Orchards. That was one of the best things ever last year. In fact, that was the first time I thought you were legitimately trying to get rid of me.
Well, it was just the corn maze and the hay maze. I just wanted you to go experience something fun.
Yeah, but it was the challenge of do it as fast as you can and no GPS. And then when I came out, you were gone. So I felt like it was a different setup is what it was.
Yeah!
I pictured you!
Oh, perfect. And we're here with Becky Dietering, one of the owners of Dietering Orchards. And ever since your parents have been gone, you guys have kind of tried to change some things around about the farm, do something a little different, because they really built up a huge business with orchards and apples and all that kind of stuff. But you guys know that the world's changing and we need to have some different kind of things in here. What are you doing out here?
Exactly. We've created a lot of recreation opportunities for all the families to come out and take advantage of. And one of those that we have is the Apple Blaster.
Yeah!
Oh! We have animals and corn maze and...
Who came up with this? Were you and Greg, like, did you used to do this as you were kids?
Yeah, well, we pretty much did to each other, so...
What do you want people to know about Dietering Orchards now, the new Dietering Orchards?
That it's still a great place to get quality fruits and vegetables all throughout the summer from June through December, but that it's a great place for the family to come.
Pretty sure I already remember. So.
You know what else I'm doing that we're going to show on this show is we're going to Analog Barbershop.
Yeah.
And we're going to shave, they're going to straight razor shave me so that I can start, just my face, so I can start,
I was like, so you can swim fast? What do we do? What kind of show is this?
I'm a cyclist, I'm going to do my legs. No, they're going to shave so I can start the Movember with the Willamette Valley Cancer Institute. We're going to do a fundraiser and kind of just a fun competition to let people guys go out there, and I mean girls can too. You can, if you can grow facial hair, or you can just let your leg hair grow. Hey Steve, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you know how to use a razor, right?
I've done it once or twice.
Straight razor shave is just absolutely unique. In all my years, I've actually never been to a barbershop that actually still does straight razor shaves.
You guys are about the only people in town that do this anymore, aren't you?
Just about.
During the month of November, we're asking men to grow mustaches and then to come in the last day of the month, November 30th, to Analog Barbershop and have their mustaches shaved off. Don, the owner, has offered to donate a portion of the proceeds from each shave off to the Oregon Cancer Foundation.
Everyone has a different face shape and different contours and stuff.
When families are going through cancer treatment, oftentimes it throws their finances into chaos, and we help to bridge that gap with patient assistance. And that could be anything from a hotel night stay so they can come in and get their chemo. It could be tires for their car. It could be their utility bill. We really help to meet their need and meet them wherever they are.
Feeling all right, Rick?
Yeah.
All right. It's nice to be able to relax and get something done that only men can get done, you know? The girls have their pedicures and their facials and whatnot. So let's pull the middle tight and the upper lip there. Go like this. There you go. And we have something again, you know?
It's a total guy thing.
Eyes closed so I don't splash you.
Let the games begin. Now we grow it for a month.
Oh, man.
We're here at the University of Oregon Archives to talk to Elizabeth Peterson. Do you think that sometimes as the public, we see the University of Oregon Library and the archives and the special collections as something that is distant, and you really don't want that?
Oh,
you
no.
want us in here. You want us using, this is a living history. This isn't supposed to be, I think the word archive sometimes makes us think stand back and stay back.
Or that it's dead, or that it's behind a glass case like a museum. And certainly these things are often beautiful objects, but no, these are meant to be used. I mean, these foam cradles that you see around here, those are intended to gently allow you to open a book because we want you to use those medieval manuscripts. We want you to look at that Oregon Trail diary. We absolutely want people to come in here, and how we can get the word out about that in specific ways, I think is challenging because they're so vast and diverse. To say, we have all kinds of stuff, doesn't really tell people much. And libraries are all about that, is serving our user community. And special collections is not just the university community, but it's the city of Eugene, it's the state of Oregon, it's the Northwest region. And in often case, it's an international community that we're serving. We have a lot of researchers that come from overseas to use the materials here.
We have this new client, and I have never known anything about metal detectors. I think it's cool, and a lot of people do it. So Bill and I put together this training video series for them, and we want to just show some people some of the different ones that we did, because I think it may, you know, for Christmas, somebody might go, you know, that's something I want to buy them for Christmas. Okay, let's talk about White's new Pinpointer. Everybody in the market's looking at this thing because they love it. Tell us about that.
The new TRX is a device that's used in combination with a regular metal detector to help pinpoint or recover a target. A lot of times you start digging and you don't know, have I dug it up yet, or do I need to keep digging? Instead of having to get up and get your full-size detector, you can just pull out the TRX. You can determine, is it still in the hole or is it in my pile of dirt, and you can find it in your dirt. People sometimes give up because they've been digging through that dirt clods and mud and they just can't find the target. Something like a pinpointer, like the TRX, it'll just nail it real quick, saves you tons of time, saves you some safety. You know, you're running your fingers through that dirt, there can be pieces of glass, slivers, whatever. You know, here you can just do it real quick, real safe, and get you back to finding more targets. The less time you spend digging means more time detecting. More time detecting means more you're going to find. So a pinpointer is a big help for you, both in convenience and in effectiveness and speed of finding things.
And people that use these are finding, versus the other pinpointers on the market, they love this one more.
It is designed to be the highest performance one available, and it is. It gives you better penetration. It's got a proximity sensor, so you can run high sensitivity and still find targets, you know, how close you are to them. So yeah, we're really happy with the TRX.
And so are your customers.
It's just something that it's not necessary, but if you've ever used one, you're never going to go without it. It just helps you so much in the speed of recovering targets and the efficiency of detecting that it's really hard to go without.
How is this different than the pinpointer that's already in the machine?
The pinpointer that's in the machine is it's more of you're just desensitizing your detector to do it. So it's more of an adaptation, where this is made for pinpointing. So it's just a much more effective way to do it. It's got a very small tip, so you can really get tight on your target. And the circuitry is made to tell you with that proximity sensor when you're getting closer, closer, closer. It's kind of like the old thing, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot, you're cold, you're cold, you're cold, you're hot, you're red hot when you're right on it. This can do that in seconds for you.
So the detector's like the scanner, finds the big area. Pinpointer on the machine gets you even closer. This gets you right to it.
It does, yes. And it's designed really, you start digging and then you're wondering, where is it? That's when you pull out the TRX and nail it.
So we've made friends with Ranchito Grill. They've got amazing food. Abe down there is great. And we have a little deal set up where you can go enter to win dinner for two from Ranchito Grill when you go check them out. Look for the Rick Dancer Enter to Win box, Rick Dancer TV, put your basic information in there, and it could be you winning dinner from Ranchito Grill. It's Mohawk and Olympic, and we have a winner. Actually, it's Tiffany Jenkins. Tiffany Jenkins. She's not here. I was like looking around like she's gonna come on down. Tiffany, let's start over.
Locke Mead.
Love Locke Mead.
Don't you?
Okay, hold on. Their ice cream is my favorite.
Yeah.
I have to have Locke Mead ice cream.
And what I love is that we're doing these chocolate milk series for them.
Right.
And I think what's so funny is because so many people, you know, go out and get their protein drink and their, you know, all these special waters that are, you know, $3.95 a water thing and think it's going to rejuvenate them. And really what science shows is 3 carbs to 1 protein, and that is the perfect chocolate milk. The sugar's not going to kill you. It helps replenish what you just left and took out of your body. And it's milk, it's natural, you know, and who doesn't love chocolate? So
yeah, milk's
I think,
so good for you.
I think that's a really great, I love working with those folks out there.
The dream started more than 70 years ago. Granddad and his wife saved their pennies to buy this piece of land near Junction City. 3 generations later, with a 4th starting to work and a 5th not far behind, the same family, much bigger these days, still runs the Locke Farms. A single-source dairy where every drop of precious milk comes from the same herd. Most milk producers pull from a pool of milk from cows and dairies galore. They think it's normal to truck the milk 60 miles or more to a processing plant. At Locke Farms, we wouldn't think of doing that with our milk products. 60 miles is simply too long and too far. Our dairy is only 4 miles from our plant. What we milk on Monday is at our Dairy Mart stores Tuesday night. At Locke Farms, that's simply the way it's done. Isn't it time you try Locke Farm products? You will find them at your neighborhood Dairy Mart store, the home of Locke Farms, or in your local natural food store.
Ago, I didn't know that's really where you were from.
Hold on.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know what's coming, because I'm re-airing this story again because it's my favorite story. Emma's birthplace. It's out in a mountain, in a forest. You kind of wonder how I found this place, didn't you? Because I got family.
No way, you got family in Idiotville?
I got family in Idiotville. Yeah,
there
no,
it is.
It's a little town that nobody really knows if it was there, but it's on the record books, and there's even mention of it in state legislature dockets. But there's a little town, it's a ghost town. There's nothing much there except Idiot Creek. Yes, there is an Idiot Creek, and Idiotville. So
well,
let's go back one more time.
I have to assume there's at least one idiot there. I mean, there's got to be a few.
Well, the day we were there was 3. The photographer, me, and the guy I interviewed. So watch.
Okay.
This was a tough ghost town to find. Idiotville, Oregon. Yes, there was an Idiotville, Oregon. But nobody knows for sure where it was. We had to go back and listen to old urban legends and a lot of gossip. And we had the help of a guide named Jim Rears.
Halfway between Forest Grove and Tillamook, over the river, down a logging road, and just this side of a bridge, was a logging camp called Idiotville. It's hard to find someone willing to help you search for this place.
My disclaimer is that I or none of my family have ever lived in Idiotville.
So this is not one of those places that you're from?
No.
Oh, lots of old-timers have heard about it. You know how that goes. It's always someone else. Why Idiotville? So many stories.
They had this camp, and during the '46 fire, decided that they would not evacuate. And so from then on, they said they referred to it as Idiotville because they're going to stay here and burn up.
Or there's this tale.
Another one is that somebody found gold, and there was a gold rush, a minor gold rush. And of course, they found out there was no gold here, and so anybody that responded to that was called an idiot, and their camp was Idiotville.
You can see what might have been a road or something like that. Idiotville was way out in the middle of nothing. Oh, there is a creek, named after the town. You guessed it, Idiot Creek.
It was so far away from any place, and only an idiot would want to live and work there. So you pick your money and you take your choice, I guess.
There really was an Idiotville. Even a former governor recognized it.
There are a number of urban legends, if you can have urban legends out in the middle of a forest. And one of them is that they were going to make a forest camp out here for trustees to do work on the forest. And when the governor said or heard that it was going to be at Idiotville, he decided we are not making a correction facility at Idiotville. Now, other people think that would be very appropriate.
It's fair to say no one will ever develop Idiotville. Not gonna happen. There's a good chance no one will ever come forward and say they were born here. Imagine that birth certificate. Heck, it's not even a good place to die. To die an idiot? So why are we here?
Is the person who asks to come and look at Idiotville truly the idiot?
Anytime you're in front of a TV camera, I think you're an idiot. That's my personal opinion.
Thanks, Jim. Now we grow it for a month.
Oh man.